Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your man JR Fogle checking in, and welcome to the Already Verified podcast. It has been a minute since I actually went live, so thank you for bearing with me. We got a lot of cool things going on, and I just really had to focus on life for a little bit, man. Get like that sometimes. I'm in the Midwest, and we had a blizzard. We had all type of stuff going on, man. Freezing cold, but cool thing came out of it. Got to spend some much needed time with my youngest son. If you saw the clips, you saw he joined the podcast for one episode. That was pretty cool, but also gave me a lot of time to kind of like get some business in order and just also reflect, man. It's a lot going on, but I thank God for my unconquerable soul. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. So, first and foremost, this time we got David Shands and friends coming April 19th to Cleveland, Ohio. If you're interested in getting a ticket, right now would be the time to go and do so because you get the early bird pricing. All you got to do is text the word podcast summit to 33777 and follow the prompts. Go from there. So I think we only got like about like 20 tickets left. So yeah, and we just released these yesterday. So that's crazy by itself. But God is good, man. So yeah, we gonna get back into it. Now, something crazy happened to me about an hour ago, and I just wanted to kind of go live and talk about it because it kind of shows exactly where we are right now as a country. And that is in a space where I think we are all kind of naive, right? I don't know if y'all ever dated somebody where you know this person is up to no good, but you just be like, you know what, I'm just comfortable, to leave and to to do all this extra stuff. I don't feel like resetting and starting over with nobody else. That's where we are right now as a country. If you've ever felt that feeling, that is exactly where we are right now as a country. And I don't think that like we've been really paying attention to it. Let me explain. So me and my son go to the store. Actually, we went to go pick up some food, and it's like a bodega next door. So we go to the bodega, and he like, yo, like, you want a Snickers? I'm like, shit, fuck it, do I want a Snickers? Of course I want a Snickers. So, he grabs Snickers and he grabs himself a Twix or whatever. So we go to ring out. This is all we have, a Snickers and a Twix, right? We go to ring out, and the dude's like, yeah, $7.24. Never have I ever, never will I ever pay $7.24 for a Snickers and a Twix. And these ain't even the king size joints, people. Never will I ever. Man, I told that man, I'm like, yo, I use that as a learning lesson for my son. I'm like, listen, you are never beyond putting some shit back. Put that shit back so fast. I'm like, sir, you know what? We made a terrible mistake today. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of your store. Boom, left. Then that actually led me to asking a deeper question. All right. Why was that damn Snickers and Twix $7.24? Now, I'm not a person like, honestly, most of the time, I'm going grocery shopping. I'm not really like the type to run to the store and grab snacks, right? Um, it just ain't, I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? So making like snack runs ain't really where I'm at in life right now. So I'm like, yo, when did everything get so expensive? Then I thought about it. I'm like, man, you got to think of this from a business perspective. One of two things happened that we weren't really paying attention. Well, I wasn't really paying attention to. I know y'all so smart out there, y'all. This is way beyond y'all comprehension. So let my stupid ass just kind of like have a moment here. But one of the things that I thought about, I'm like, yo, like, is this due to inflation or is this because the dollar has lost its value? And I need you guys to really think about that, right? Because right now, for the last year, 2 years, however long this shit's been going on, we've all complained, yo, the price of everything is going up, right? But then we never ask why. We blame it on the wars, we blame it on this, we blame it on that. But then if you pay attention and you watch world news and not just American news, you start to notice that, yo, like the dollar ain't as strong as the dollar used to be. Now, rewind. I wish I can, you know what? Next episode, I'm going to pull my Instagram up. But the reason why I can't do it right now is because the post I'm looking for is like 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, I made a post, right? About when I first learned about bricks. And I'm like, yo, we need to start getting ahead of this and start paying attention because that was the first sign of countries starting to kind of gang up on the US. They getting tired of our shit. So it's like, yo, you know what? We ain't gotta rock with y'all. We gonna do something different. That was the first sign of, yo, they're actually like, yo, they taking karate classes. You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later they're gonna be ready to fight back. Nobody like really paid attention. They Jay, you fear mongering, you know what I'm saying? Like you read a book and you think that you know everything. I'm like, yo, listen. All right, bet. Now we here. And now everybody's hitting up. They're like, oh shit, this that shit you was talking. Yeah, you think people. Um, be very vigilant for these next 2 years, 3 years, because I think that we're going to experience a level of turmoil that we've never experienced, a level of discomfort. That's why bringing people like David Shands and some of the other entrepreneurs that we're bringing for the podcast summit in Cleveland. Um, that's why it's very important hearing this message, right? And let me explain why the podcast summit in particular holds a very special place in my heart, right? I never met Dave. I got hip to Dave off his podcast around COVID, and then I heard he was having this conference. I had never been to a conference. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go. Boom. Fast forward. I get there and it's I've never been in this environment of just like dope creative people doing shit, right? Talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably the brokest person in the room, but I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving how I'm moving. My homie went down there with me, and I'm glad to actually have shared that with him because it's like that was both of our first time really like getting into a different environment around people who's moving. And it pulled something else out of me, right? It was the first time I really like spoke up for myself. It's like I tell everybody when I tell the story, I found my voice in that moment because that was the moment where I'm like, yo, like I had spent my last I don't know if I got a job when I get back because they was tripping on me taking the days off to go to the conference. So it's like I'm down here to find something or someone to collab with and make some money with. And there was a moment where it's like after like night one, we all meet up at this club. But then everybody just kind of kicking it, right? It turned into a kick it, which is cool. We in Miami, you know what I'm saying? We there for the vibes, but yeah, y'all niggas don't understand. I spent my last to get here. These Ubers is kicking my ass, and I really need to find what I'm looking for, right? I need to find something. So in the middle of the kick it, you know what I'm saying? Like we outside, there's like the club and then like the back patio. And then this back patio area, I'm like, hey, real quick, real quick, real quick. My name's JR. I'm from Cleveland. I do marketing, I do graphic design, I do photography. Anybody want to create some content, collab, or you know what I'm saying, can you know, shit, who want to network? Who can I help? Boom, kicked it off. Couple guys came over. We started talking. Some girls came over. We started talking. Now, y'all know me. I'm gonna go towards the girls, right? So I catch the attention of the girls. So the guys start coming over because A, they want to get closer to the girls, but then they get caught up in the conversation because the conversation was fire. From that night on, it was like I became the leader of the pack. And that moment changed everything. I get back to the city, I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying? My content changed from a lot of the stuff that we learned at the conference. My network changed from a lot of the people that I met at the conference. And it just became this thing where it's like, yo, like, this is the environment I've been looking for my whole life, right? At that time, I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, man, you know what I'm saying? Like it was one of those moments where it was like, yo, like I just thank God that I had the foresight to put myself in that situation. So for somebody who's watching this, you know what I'm saying? Like this is your sign. It's never too late to start, but you have to be in an environment where there's people that's going to share information that's not going to try to milk you, who really like just want to see you win. Prime example for that event, I think I spent 400 for my ticket. My hotel was I think I ended up spending like 800 for my hotel. My flight was round trip was like 150. Shouts out to Spirit in the good old days. Um, so that's the amount of money I had to invest in myself to get in this environment. I'm up here like, yo, bro, like I know a lot of people in Cleveland who have not been to conferences, and it's like they see spending $1,200 as being a real big, you know what I'm saying, like obstacle to get over. So we like, man, we go look. I'll talk to Dave, talk to this team, and he like, yo, listen, let's do a certain amount for free, because success loves speed. So the ones who get the free ski, they go get the free ski. But then we still keep it affordable. So even if you miss the free, we go keep it affordable, and we go make this thing fire. Say less. So that's what we did. And you know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself in position, man. All you got to do is text the word podcast summit, 2 words, to 33777. Lock in. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. But that's where I found my voice. And if you're watching this, if you got hip to me, you know what I'm saying, like since COVID, you know what I'm saying, I can honestly say that I owe my courage to speak to the podcast summit, and the podcast summit would always hold a spot in my heart because it was like that environment really showed me that there's people who look like me, who's my age, who I'm actually like I'm still doing business with. I think about like 6 people that I met there at that time, not to mention the people that I met like since then. But man, shouts out to my homegirl, Miss Sonya. If you need an accountant, she in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. GIP Financial, you know what I'm saying? Like, just shouts out to everybody, man. Umoji, Umoji, I think that's how you say it. A black man who owns a lighting company, his own light bulbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, met all of these people at Podcast Summit. But had I not put myself in those rooms, I wouldn't be networking with those people. You wouldn't be watching me right now, and we wouldn't be bringing them to Cleveland at this time. So get yourself in position. April 9th is going to be a dope event. You want to be in the room. And yeah, man, it's time for you to have your own testimonial. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait to see it. The last time, man, we had so many people like just come through and you know what I'm saying? Like we set it on fire. Here's a quick recap. There we go. That got a little sloppy at the end, but y'all get the point. Make sure y'all in the room, April 9th, 2026. That's gonna be fire. Shouts out to David Shands, the team. And yeah, man. Yeah, let's get it. So in other news, man, let's get back to talking about my Snickers, right? So I'm not ever going to pay $7.24 for a Snickers. But I had to ask myself a question when I came up, right? And I'm like, yo, like, did the dollar lose its value, or did the price of everything just kind of go up? Inflation. Of course, I didn't have the answer because I'm asking the question, right? So I asked my homie ChatGPT, and ChatGPT just kept it a buck. And they said, hey, you know what? Let's see if we can get ChatGPT to just go ahead and tell you. Because I feel like this is something that we all kind of need to take notice of.
Got it. You're basically saying run those three. Let's break them down clean, no fluff. How this affects entrepreneurs, the real impact. Bad news first. Costs go up. Labor, ads, software, inventory. Customers become more price sensitive. Cash sitting idle loses value every month. Good news. This is where entrepreneurs win. Inflation rewards pricing power. Businesses can raise prices faster than employees can raise wages. Problems created by inflation equals new markets. Key shift. Entrepreneurs aren't being punished by inflation. Operators without leverage are. If you can, increase prices, reduce dependence on labor, sell outcomes instead of hours, you're actually positioned better than the average person. This is why SaaS, subscriptions, automation, AI services, and done for you offers explode during inflation. How to protect yourself from inflation? Practical.
All right, so that was the
Short
answer to
answer,
the long question.
both happened,
So watch
but
this.
the bigger story is that the dollar lost value. Here's the clean breakdown. What feels like prices going up? You see it at the gas pump, grocery store, rent, streaming subscriptions. Everything costs more. That's inflation on the surface. What's actually driving it? Inflation means each dollar buys less than it used to. So technically, prices didn't rise in a vacuum. The purchasing power of the dollar fell. Same outcome, different cause. Why the dollar lost value? A few big forces hit at once. More money printed, more dollars chasing the same goods, supply chain shocks, pandemic, global conflicts, higher wages, higher costs passed down to consumers, debt plus deficits weakening confidence in the currency. When money is more abundant, it's worth less. Economics 101. A simple way to see it. 2010, $100 bought a cart full of groceries. 2026, $100 buys a couple bags and some regret. That's not because groceries got greedy. It's because $100 isn't the same $100, the real takeaway. Assets went up, homes, stocks, businesses. Cash went down in relative value, which is why people who only save cash feel squeezed, while asset owners feel insulated.
That's deep, right? That's directly from ChatGPT itself. So, people, in these crazy economic times, I challenge you: spend wisely, invest in yourself, put yourself in position. The reason why we're hosting things like Podcast Summit is because someone who comes to this podcast summit is going to see the value of creating a podcast, which then allows you to create streams of income for yourself. Within your own podcast, you can run ads, you can do a lot of other different things. You can collaborate, you can get brand deals. So it's like, but what does that look like? What is the process of even get putting yourself in position like that look like? What does it take? What does a setup cost? What does good lighting look like? How can you start today if you wanted to? These are all the questions you're going to get answers to and more at the podcast summit, April 9th in Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. I just need to get that off my chest. I'm not paying $7 for Snickers ever in life, but hopefully we don't get to that point. Or just hopefully I'll have enough money where it feels like pennies. God bless you guys. Nah, it ain't gonna never feel like pennies. God bless you guys. Let's get it, let's go. Until next time.
already verified.